Code with Kaleem Qureshi. Now we're moving to the next video for the block series. So in that today we are going to understand the qubit and block. So first we have to first we have to understand the thing that what is the difference between qubit and block. So there is a minute difference, so we have to understand that one. In a block, you know that in a block we can't use omit multiple times until you change the events. Might you noticed in the previous video or not, but you can just keep down this in your notes as well. So but in a qubit we can omit even 50 times the state. So and in qubit we haven't any event, so we can directly call the states. So that is a major, or you can say the main difference between qubit and block. So let's go to the practical example for this one, so then you will be able to understand this properly. So let's go, guys. First I will create a one directory with a qubit, right? And I will just write it the same enum state. But before I define the enum for this one, first you guys have to understand one thing before you write anything like an enum or generic. If you can see here that here we have three classes, we defined three classes, but they haven't any attribute here. So it's mean that if we haven't any attribute for this one, then we can go with the enum. But if any one of this class have the attributes, then you cannot use the enum for that. Then you can go with the enum approach. But so you have to decide in your case. So you have to check your project and then you can decide it appropriately. So let's move and check with the qubit. So for the qubit, I will just define the that one class with the name of internet qubit, right? Okay, let's write it here. So internet qubit. So from here I will just define one enum with a state, because in a qubit we only have the states, right? So we have this. We don't need a we don't need to define a omits. So enum we have three states. As you know that we have an initial state, and the one is the lost, and the other one is connected, right? So we have the connected state. So here let's define the class internet qubit extends qubit. What it will extend? It will extend the state internet state, the same state that we just defined it above. So just call this for this one. So let's define the same thing. I'm going to copy the same the entire code. I'm going to copy the entire code here, right? So let's see. I'm just going to paste it, right? For the connectivity, I'm going to call this and just import it for this. And for the internet block, what I'm going to change is it will not be internet block, it will be qubit block, right? So for the qubit block, so now here this is the internet initial state. So what I am going to define, it will be the internet state dot initial, right? So I will just define it in internet initial, and we don't need this. Because why we don't need this? Because in a qubit we don't need to omit and maintain this, So here now we have the same thing. So for the internet lost, instead of add this, we can just omit it, right? We just need to omit the state internet state dot lost, right? We are just going to omit the lost state. And for the else case, what we will do, we will just omit the corrected state, right? And here we go. So now we have done with this part. We just change it. So you can see here that instead of for the internet state in a block, we define this line of code, and but in a qubit we just define in a one line, right? So but you have to figure out in your project that whether you need a generic, whether you can use the enum or not. So now let's move and see that how we can use it. So first where we will go, we will first go to the main screen, because let's commit it here and copy it this again, or in here we just have to call the qubit, right? Okay, so qubit is defined because the block provided will now going forward with using internet qubit, right? And internet qubit is defined it here. So the next thing, in a home screen, let's move to the home screen. And in a home screen we have the block consumer. We will keep it like this, and for the internet block we will just replace it with the internet qubit, right? And for the internet, it is saying that why, because it's fine in the internet state and also it here. So why not we just comment it out the this one, right? We can just comment out. And for here, you know that we already defined the enum, and for the enum, that is a variable, so we have to just verify and have to compare the state with this, so it's a value. So internet state will be state dot connected, right? So we don't need this one anymore. So the same thing for the internet lost, we'll check the state, internet state dot lost. So here we go, and the below we will also do the same changes, internet state dot lost, right guys? So the next thing is state is equal to internet state dot connected, right? Now you can see here. Okay, now we are done. Now let's run the example and see the result. So it should behave like the same, right? So let me 1 second. That project is running. So here we is showing the connected. Now let's check the off mode, and now in this case it's using the qubit, right? Now here it will come up like no internet is not connected, right? So let's check it again by connecting the internet and see the results, right? Now you can see here it is connected. So this is the thing that I believe that you guys able to learn something here today. And if you want to see more stuff regarding the Flutter and other Flutter and the other languages, then I will really highly recommend you that you guys should subscribe my channel, so you will get the notification for this going forward. So thank you guys, have a nice day.